Okay, so this is just a little video to explain the writing process a little bit and to explain why I did it that way in my demonstration video. So my lesson plans for the writing process are actually divided into two lessons because it is a lengthy writing strategy to teach in just one lesson. So if I was actually teaching in a classroom, I would have taught the first two steps, allowed the students to apply what I've taught them after conversation with introducing the first two writing steps. I would actually have them then use those two writing steps to answer the prompt. And then the next day, we would refresh our memory and take what we learned yesterday to take on the last few steps of the writing process and complete it. The writing process is lengthy, and we can tell because there's a pre-write, there's a brainstorming involved, there's drafting, there's revising, editing, and then writing the final copy to publish. The writing process is a great writing strategy that has been proven to help students become better writers. I mean, writing is a cross-curriculum strategy and something that needs to be done in a science, history, all of them, because we write in every subject. So this just doesn't apply to literature. So that's why this process is so important. It is a chunking process, so students are learning about one step, learning about different ways to complete that step, and then going on to the next one. For example, in pre-writing, the students can write down their thoughts, they can draw, then they can put that information to a graphic organizer. Then they can discuss with their partner and bounce back ideas depending on the writing prompt. Then we go into drafting, and then revising and editing, we lean on our partners again to reread our papers, see what corrections we can make. And there's so many different checklists. There's different acronyms that different teachers have that can help students be focused on what they need to look at in their paper. And then by the final step of rewriting, students are really excited to make those corrections and show their teacher and their classmates their final paper that they worked so hard to complete. I had seen in a study on a website, Reading Rockets, and another website that the writing process helps students perform better on standardized tests because it's such a useful process, and it's a strategy that students that can understand. It does not just apply to a specific skill. So the writing process is so important because, like I said before, it's applied to every subject. Students need to learn how to write. And just for this lesson, I'm happening to focus on a literature writing prop, but the writing process can be used in every subject and outside the classroom. It really helps students become better writers and understand the different ways to brainstorm, different graphic organizers to use, how to discuss with their classmates, and that's really important. In this writing process for my lesson, I did make sure that there was visuals on the handouts, that there was color coordination, and graphic organizers with visuals, just to make sure it's very clear for all students to understand, ELL students that needed accommodations. So I hope you learned something, and the writing process is something that I have a way better understanding on after this project.